Hello everyone! Think you know it all? Think again? The world is full of surprising things that you've never heard of. Check out these amazing objects, animals, and phenomena will blow your mind. Let's get in our power. Have you seen those huge offshore platforms pumping oil from the ocean? Turns out, launching them into the water looks incredibly grand and impressive. Now, no storm can budge those supports. At the Johnson Space Center in Texas, engineers built a special neutral buoyancy pool. It allows astronauts to simulate microgravity and practice tasks they'll need to perform in space. Bet they have a blast there even after work hours. In a village in the Netherlands on New Year's Eve, they hold a festival called Carbide Arena. Thousands of people from across the country gather here to explode carbide using special cannons, putting on a spectacular show. Honestly, I'd love to fire off a couple of rounds myself. But that. Here's a tip for the future. If you ever become fabulously wealthy and decide to buy a yacht but find it too short after a while, you can easily make it longer. Well, it's not exactly easy. You'd need to make precise marks, cut it into pieces, and add another section. Sounds like quite a task, but watching it happen is quite a thrill. This virus defense works way better than any vitamins ever would. Feeding chicks looks like stuffing donuts with filling. Either this is the weirdest musical instrument I've ever seen, or I've just missed this episode of Rick and Morty. Every Bugatti hypercar is assembled completely by hand. It seems the Lego makers took this fact to heart and created this full-scale model. 16 workers spent half a year on this project, but the result was definitely worth it. Forget coffee to start your morning at this job. Nothing beats a shot of adrenaline for waking up. And check out these guys testing a power line for a fault. Looks epic, right? How startled would you be if you stumbled upon this in a dark alley? Don't worry though, there were no bats among its ancestors. It's just a rare condition where a dog's spine doesn't develop properly and stays short, so feel free to scratch behind the ears. Agile at the size of this crossover. The amazing thing is, it's a DIY project by a guy from China who built the car almost entirely from scrap metal. He even installed standard controls, so you can actually drive it. Though the only way to get in is through the trunk. Who says arrows are a thing of the past? These can easily pierce modern armor. If you've ever tried grinding meat, you definitely won't want to switch jobs with those guys. This gravel machine is actually so powerful that it can easily crush huge rocks. These birds clearly never skip leg day. Seriously though, Dong Tao chicken is a really exotic bird that you can find in Vietnam. They were originally bred for cockfighting, but now, since their popularity has waned, they just surprise us with their unusual appearance. Those dreaming of visiting Japan should know who they might run into. The Japanese giant salamander is one of the largest of its kind, which probably explains why it looks like a baby Godzilla. The concrete jungle just got a bit more like the real jungles, thanks to a 108-meter waterfall on a skyscraper in Guizhou. The building stands at 121 meters and includes a hotel, business offices, and shopping centers. Be honest, wouldn't you want to go shopping there? The guy sets up a holographic fan, and now he can project almost any image as a super realistic 3D model. Just remember, it's not a touchscreen, so don't try to touch the hologram. Vaccinating a bunch of stubborn lambs can be tough, which is where this thing comes in handy. It looks like an amusement ride. Hopefully it's not just painless for them, but also fun. This guy turned sneakers into real works of art. You wouldn't believe what he created when he got his hands on some Lego. And let me tell you, he doesn't stop at just one idea. He's got a workshop at home, and his imagination seems limitless. You'd be amazed at what he came up with using Lego. You know how a tail plays a crucial role in balance for any animal? Well, Japanese engineers had a clever idea to use this concept for elderly people. They've designed a nifty mechanism that helps seniors straighten their backs and keep balance. Everyone has their own vision of what a modern interior should look like, but no one can argue that what these designers did is truly a work of art. They can create lifelike glowing trees, whimsical walls that look like they came straight out of a fairy tale, and they don't shy away from embracing technology. Now that's what I call a truly creative approach to designing living spaces. While these rails may look ominous, the local trains aren't transporting anyone to hell. They're just warming the train wheels to prevent them from freezing to the tracks on fire on purpose to keep them from freezing. Ever seen those huge cooling towers blasting out steam? You might have wondered what's inside them. Well, here's your chance. Even with all that steam, the water reaching the bottom of the tower is already cooled, so there's no chance of getting burned. From now on, whenever seaweed brushes against your leg underwater, this will be the first thing you'll think about. The good news is that the goblin shark lives at depths of over 200 meters, so even though it can be dangerous to humans, it's not so easy to find. It may seem ordinary at first, but let's take a closer look. Imagine you're lying on the beach and you accidentally rest your head on this rock. This restaurant in Vietnam is perfect for those who love sitting by a pond but can't get there often. Just imagine this vibe. Inside the restaurant, there are hundreds of koi fish swimming around. You can watch them for hours and even share your food with them. Those who say it's foolish to dream about material things just haven't seen this TV yet. It's one thing to type a few paragraphs on a typewriter, but quite another to create masterpieces like this. I wonder if anyone could do this back in the era of typewriters. If you find yourself in Abu Dhabi, you absolutely have to visit the Sea World. Just look at this marvel. The aquarium spans a massive 183,000 square meters, with water volumes reaching 58 million liters. It's home to thousands of marine creatures. I'm not sure you can see them all in just one day. You probably know the feeling when it's hot out and all you want is something cold to drink, but the store only has warm soda. Well, with this machine, that won't be a problem anymore. It chills any drink in just a few seconds. To most people, it's just a pile of junk from their childhood, but some artists see it as perfect materials for their art. Wow. Judging by the taxis in China, they're clearly living in 2124. The drivers are quiet and you don't even need to tip. However you look at it, it's the perfect way to get around. Many prefer to keep cats or dogs instead of aquarium fish because they think that you can't cuddle them, and overall they find them quite boring. Well, obviously they've never seen this guy's pets. This guy designed his aquarium to look like a football field and managed to teach their goldfish to play the game within just 6 months. Bad news for thieves. It looks like they should think about a different career. Now, instead of just security cameras, there is scanners with artificial intelligence that can detect and alert you about suspicious individuals, and to even show if someone has hidden something in their pocket or bag. This is a perfectionist's idea of heaven. I wonder how he managed the water levels in case of heavy rain. Want to pick up snowboarding or skiing but afraid of hurting yourself? Well, here's the solution. With this simulator, there's no need to tumble down the slopes countless times to get the hang of it. True talent doesn't need both hands to create a masterpiece.
Esse falou, artistas por desse dessa função mais de quem deu. Rapaz, esse pés por mais Jesus que me chamaram para mais de. Mas é possível por enquanto. Não vou reclamar. Acho que não. Bom, o calma já sei. Obrigadinho, de uma notícia, bom dia. Valeu, amigo.
It's scary to imagine how big the owner must be. Sure, a parking sensor will help you get into that spot. It won't park the car for you. Now, this robot, on the other hand, can do a whole lot more. No scratches, no circling for hours looking for a spot? Tell us in the comments, would you trust it with your car? Check out how they pick mushrooms in China. By the way, this wood-eater mushroom is highly valued there and is really good for your health. Although autunite is a stunningly beautiful mineral, no one would recommend keeping it at home or making jewelry from it due to its high radiation levels. Who ordered a panic attack with a sprinkle of claustrophobia? Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out, but honestly, this Jimbo cave in Argentina is much bigger than it seems, and it's quite an unusual sight. They don't really recommend going inside though. Chunks of ice fall from the ceiling every now and then. I spent the whole train ride staring at the floor, and here's why. I bet this is the coolest water gun you've ever seen. If you want to understand what Alice felt in Wonderland, it's time to go here. McKee Botanical Garden is located in Florida and was founded nearly a century ago back in 1929. The setting there makes it feel like you've stepped into a fantasy world. Perhaps the most unusual unboxing video you'll ever see. We found the perfect spot for parties and gaming. Many people probably imagine rainbow trout something like this. The guy who filmed the video claims that it's actually a wrasse that he caught in the Seychelles Islands, and it's almost as if someone intentionally painted the fish in neon hues. If this lizard ends up losing its tail, it's almost as tragic as a girl cutting off her long hair. When you're showing a UV light on a scorpion, it looks like the coolest guest at any party. No, it's not an alien creature, just an ordinary flatworm. Still, you probably wouldn't want to touch it. Hello, doesn't this snake seem way too small and short to you? The thing is, it's not a snake at all. Some caterpillars have mastered the art of disguise so well that they can actually imitate snakes.
Sorry if I'm cheeky. Joe about there. He absolutely looks like a freaking snake, man.
No, these guys aren't harvesting cotton. They're actually regular aphids that feed on plant sap. Fly? Remember Dr. Strange's parcels? Well, they are real now. Alright, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. It's really just a cool installation that looks so unusual that you can't help but want to touch it. What could be better than playing tennis? Playing tennis right in the middle of the ocean. Eels are harmless, but I still wouldn't want to dip my legs in that water. Not many people know this, but the sandworms in June are based on actual creatures. Mahjong is an old Chinese game that uses a lot of tiles. It takes a long time to sort them after each game, unless you have a special table that does it automatically. It's heartwarming to see how much joy this brings to the older folks. Ever wondered how fast airplanes go during takeoff? It really depends on the type of plane. The heavier it is, the more lift it needs to get airborne. Don't quite get what you're looking at? That's why we're here for you. Check out the inner workings of this 4-stroke engine. It's amazing how fast it runs. Yeah.